Well, good evening, everyone. All of those that will be up here in the chat, those who will be in the clouds trying to listen and saying things that, I expect them to say. Uh, I just came up here to say that now I got something to say. Now I got something to say. First of all, I want to thank Pizarro for having such an interesting chat this evening, y'all. And if y'all missed her live, I know a lot of people went back to say things about it and to do things about it. Secondly, to Jay Dunn, thank you, dear, for understanding. I was on here a couple of days ago and I talked about we thought we had lost a content creator, and come to find out we didn't lose him. Hello, Rum Shaker. Good evening to you, dear. Thank you for being here, giving me that little click and view. Uh, I want to say thank you, Jay Dunn, once again for bringing it right. Well, hello, Ligale. How you doing, dear? How you doing? I want to say thank you for bringing it right, especially to me, being one of the guys on it. Very Carey, thank you, sweetheart. I will be posting people's things up here as I get them, hopefully. But I have to say the day was very, very interesting. Uh, I try to come on here and not to do a whole lot of cursing or a whole lot of disrespecting people. And it seems that's the way that people want me to do them. And especially when it comes to a woman. Now, I tell people that I listen to a lot of things on here. I listen to a lot of things on here. I go back and listen to the people that I don't even like, that I know that are hateful to other people. But I don't comment on it because I let people fight amongst themselves. But when you come at me on another person's panel or platform and you don't know a damn thing about me, but you're agreeing with that person that has said about me or told a lie or a fallacy about me, and especially being a woman, I try not to come up here and curse you out. Really, I don't. But when you call me an old motherfucker, you don't give a fuck about my opinions or anything, I got to say something. And I got to say, hello, Hypnotic Touch. I got to say something to this woman. And I'll let you know where I heard it at and what platform I heard it on. Because it's a platform that a lot of people they'll go to it, but they don't go up there because they know what kind of reaction they're going to get. They don't like what I say, then you can just get the fuck off of here. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to bring up the name, Miss Creativity. Now, I listened to you over there on ZX's panel this evening after all this stuff went on at Pizarro's and stuff, and you jumped down my throat about being an old man, not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about, but yet you want to curse me out and call me senile, old, I need to sit my ass down. That's what's wrong with the world today when it comes to younger people on these platforms. You think that just because I'm a man, I'm trying to be decent to you, that I won't cuss you out. Maybe that's what you want me to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to curse you out. I'm just going to say that you don't know any better, okay? If you like for a man to call women a bunch of hookers and all that crazy shit, that's on you. As a man, I don't appreciate ZX doing it, and I don't appreciate nobody else doing it. I sat up there on that platform with Pizarro and them today, and I told people, I'm just listening. I'm just listening to how the world has changed and how it's came along. But yet you're going to go somewhere else instead of you dropping down in Pizza's platform, telling me what I should do or shouldn't be up there. You're going to go somewhere else. Well, you know, the hatred is out there. The hatred is real. Now, I'm trying to keep from cursing a lot, but I feel like this is what people want on YouTube. They want a man to come out here and act a goddamn fool and curse women out and call them all kind of B's and H's. But I'm not going to do that with you. I'm just going to say you don't know no better. I'm just going to say that you're not cognizant to anybody's feelings at all. My feelings about heterosexual love, everything, the gay community, what people think, I listen to it. There was a time, and trust me, when way back in the day, even before you were born, people had those discussions, but they were having them behind closed doors at bars and stuff. Now with the internet, we can all come out here and say what we want to say. And if we like it, we listen to it. If we don't like it, we don't listen to it. But I don't like it when you sit up and try to tell my story about what you remember and what you recall and everything that's went on in my life since I've been on YouTube. You wanted to say, I heard you say that I came from Tommy Sotomayor. That's a damn lie, woman. And if the videos could go back and show it, I'll tell you right now, I said I used to listen to Tommy Sotomayor. I didn't agree with none of the things that he was saying to black women and about black women, but I never got up on his panel to even discuss it with him, because just like ZX, nobody can discuss anything with him without him starting to cuss him out, disagreeing, and calling them a bunch of MFers and all that bullshit. I'm not going to sit there and do that, go back and forth like that. I just want to be able to just let you know that everything you say about me isn't the truth. Everything you want to say about me isn't the truth. Another thing, yes, I used to be over there at Sir King's platform, on Sir King's platform. Me and Lemon, we had a falling out about what was said and all that stuff. But on the same token, I never did curse any woman out that came up and disagreed or agreed with Lemon or Sir King about what I was saying. And I'm just wondering, do women really want to be up here being known as bitches and whores or hookers and all that bullshit? I don't think so. I really don't. But if you want to try to lower me to that standards, you're going to have to go a long, better way than that. Way lower than that, sweetheart. And far as talking about my parents and them, my parents have been dead over 30 and 40 years, like some people can say up on this platform. So it's not going to bother me. What's going to bother me is the ignorance that you try to use to low rate me or make me feel bad about myself. Now, do I feel bad about supporting a woman that came on YouTube and tried to blast me out? No, I don't feel bad. I feel bad that she allowed a man on here to use her to get back at me because she was angry. I will never low rate her. I will always speak to her. She comes into my chat every once in a while and let me know, did I like this or did I see this? And I didn't say, yeah. Was I a fool for doing it? A lot of people said I was. Some people said I wasn't. But one thing I can guarantee you, I took care of the things that I wanted to do in my life. I didn't let nobody dictate to me how I should think or what I should say. And you're not going to sit up here and tell me where I came from, what sector I was from. I was from my own. I started out here. Yeah, I was at Sir King's. We had fun, but we had our disagreements. And then when the shit jumped off with him, I quit going to his platform, but I still listen. I'm not ashamed to say that I listen to other people that have disagreements. I'm not ashamed to listen to other platforms that argue back and forth with each other. But I'm not ashamed to say, well, hey, we shouldn't be doing this. And this is my opinion, because I do have gay people in my family. And I'm not going to tear them down because some other Negro wants me to do it. Life is too damn short for me to be up here trying to cuss you out or anybody else out about things that I believe in or my story that I know is true. Did I go to jail for whipping a person's ass that lied to me about their sexuality? Yes, I did. And I'm not afraid to tell the story again. But you're not going to try to change the fact that people lie to one another each day just to be able to make themselves look good. I hate it now that I even jumped up here on YouTube. I really do. I hate it because nobody wants to tell the goddamn truth about nothing. They want to fabricate shit. They want to start shit. They want to keep up shit. They're doxing each other. They're doing fucked up things that as Black people, we should have enough of being done to us before we were able to do it to ourselves. I'm just sick and tired of people trying to put me in a box with them because I don't agree with what the next person says about something. I'm just tired of it. I love to have fun. I'm in the twilight of my years. And I'm going to continue to enjoy myself here on YouTube, being if it's with people that have good conversations or those that, and I'm not going to get up here and argue with them either, that have good conversations, that want to have a dialogue. And if you noticed up there on that platform, I didn't say shit really too much because I seen it was going to go left. I knew it was going to go left. So I kept my ass quiet except when I had something to say. But yet you want to get up here and try to downrate me and low rate me because you're over on ZX platform agreeing with every damn thing he says. So if you love for him to call you a hooker or call you a bitch or you love that he calls other women that, that's on you. To me, it's low rated. It's low. It's low. It's low. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and try to argue with you from man to woman because I didn't do it in my real life. I walked off from many arguments, even with women and with men. I walked off because it doesn't make sense. If you got to lie on me or sit up and tell people how you feel about me, do it. But don't expect me not to come back anymore and say anything. Because that's what this platform, that's what this channel is about. And you sitting over there, people talk about flagging people's channels because they don't like what they say. Let me tell you something. I don't like what a lot of people say on here, but I will never flag their channels. I will never get to the point to where speech, free speech, is being knocked down in a society because you don't agree. You don't do that to people. You don't send out them little dog whistles and all that stuff. We've been doing it for too damn long. If I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you. And I can also say that I don't know anything about you, but yet you have a big opinion of me. You know, like I said, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I come on here, I try to entertain people over on my other platform with the music. And I love when they come over there and they're conducting themselves and they have fond memories of good music and good times. But when it comes to a platform where people have to talk, hello, Vibrant Low. Good evening, dear. I didn't see you up there. Thank you for being here. You know, I appreciate you very highly much. Yes, I do, Miss Vibrant Law. I'm just tired of people thinking that us old people, the older generation that paved the way for you to be able to open your mouth and say outlandish things, that we can't come back and say anything to you like that because we have more respect than you do. And that's all it's about is respect. I have the right to disagree. I have the right to say the things that I say. But that doesn't give you the right to cuss me out or call me senile or old, or I need to take my black ass to bed. No, no. But I do have a right to come up and tell you, from man, being a man to a woman, please don't do that to me. I am old enough to be your great granddaddy, probably, if you want to say that. But I have respect for my grandparents. I have respect for older people. Even now, I call some people that are younger than me, I say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir to them, because I was taught that. And when we got into a disagreement, I would say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and move on. I'm not going to sit up here and call you a bag of B's and a bag of H's because I disagree on what you say. You have the right to say it. But when you start calling me names and all that, it's time for me to fight back using a little bit more intelligence instead of going back to the woodshed. Now, like I said, I'm older. I'm way older than some of you young people on here. Do I agree on everything Goosey said on that platform today? No. Do I agree with everything anybody else said on that platform today? No. But I was willing to listen, and I formed my own opinion. And when I form my own opinion, I'm not going to come out here and cuss you out and call you a bag of bitches or motherfuckers or all that because you don't want to listen. I'm not indoctrinated to that kind of bullshit. I have my own mind. I think on my own. I do things on my own. The hell, there are some people on here that can't even do that. And what I'm saying to you is think for yourself. You don't jump me because somebody else don't like me, because I'm not jumping you because I don't like ZX. I'm jumping you tonight because you came at me. Never heard from you, never known anything about you. You came at me. But I'm being decent enough not to call you a hooker. I'm being decent enough not to call you the B word. And I'm being decent enough not to talk about your family. But when you have people on here that want to resort to that kind of tactics, there's only two things to do. You join them and you say what you got to say and get off of there. Or you just listen to them make a fool out of themselves. So I'm not going to make a fool out of myself coming up here cussing and calling you a bunch of names and all that. Maybe that's what y'all, the younger generation, understands. You can have conversation without being all that. You can have debates without cutting each other off before another person finishes speaking. But now it seems like everybody wants to be heard. If you want to be heard, go to your platform and talk. But I'm not going to get up there and argue with you about everything that goes on because some of it's right, some of it's wrong. Do I agree with men being in ladies' bathrooms? Hell no. But I'm not going to sit here and try to justify just because a man thinks he's a woman that he's no damn earthly good. And I'm not going to sit up here just because a woman thinks she's a man that she's no damn earthly good. I'm just gotten to the point to now where you're talking about this world is going to end. No, the world is not going to end. The people in the world are going to end. And once again, everybody has an opinion. So they're just like assholes. Everybody's got one. Even though there are some people that aren't born with one, they still have to plug them in so they'll be able to pass that waste. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it with you ladies out there. I'm not going to argue with you. I let you sit up there and talk about each other in disgrace. And ZX will come up there and talk about you in disgrace. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say that I love you as Jesus loves us. And I don't mean sexually or anything when I say that. That's another thing. We're scared to tell people that we love them. Hell, some of you probably haven't told your own people, your own relatives, that you love them. No matter what you get into it with or how you get into it with them, You should always tell them, hey, I love you. And a lot of times that would end an argument. That's all I'm saying. I don't need to argue with you about me. You don't need to argue with me about me. Just let me be me, and I'll let you be you. But if you attack me, I'm going to be who I am. I can be vile and vicious and talk nasty under your clothes and all that, but I'm not going to do it, Miss Creativity. I'm not going to do it. But I would ask you to have some respect for older people, because we have paved the way for you, believe it or not. I didn't do anything. Good evening, talent. I didn't do anything except really try to keep my mouth shut and let people know that being old doesn't mean you're senile. Being old doesn't mean you can't have an opinion. Being old doesn't mean that everything in the world is right. So I'm just saying I vent, but maybe I don't vent the right way for people. But one thing I do have is respect now. And I respect your right to say what you want to say, be it in a good tone or an insulting tone. But when you start insulting me, oh, I can get ugly. I haven't forgotten any curse words. I haven't forgotten anything that I used to do when I was coming up younger. So don't try to take me there, because I'm going to kill you with kindness. That's the best way to do a person. You kill them with kindness. You let them know, hey, okay. But it made you look bad to other people that really care about old people. See what I'm saying? And once again, I want to say thank all you ladies that do come up here on the platform and try to have decent conversations with people. Try to express your opinions. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. To all that try to have a platform that talks sense and makes sense, I thank you for that. I listen. And a lot of times I agree, but a lot of times I might disagree. But I'm not going to come up here and call you a bag of funky this and all that and bullshit because everybody else is doing it. Don't try to make me into what you have become just because of this internet crap. Because like I tell people, there's a lot of things that are going to change. A lot of things have changed since I've been in this world. So you're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to adjust. And once again, thank you, Jay Dunn. I don't know where you are or where you at, but thank you, Jay Dunn, for enlightening me. And the only reason I did that is because I listen to other people instead of checking. But I don't do that. I don't go look at people's Facebook pages or try to hook up with their families. I listen to people that I know on here or think on here that do have a rapport with people, that can call people and talk about things other than YouTube, you know, and the drama that goes on here. I thank people that have contacted me on the backside, not about cussing somebody out, but about speaking the truth. And my truth is, you can't tell my story. You haven't lived my life. Half of you won't even make 65, let alone 60. So with that being said, I just want to say, ladies, and even you guys on YouTube, I'm going to go back to, I'll be doing my music. If I get cut off, I get cut off. But I just want to let people know I'm not the one. I'm not the old man that wants to sit on the front porch and criticize everything that you do or say. But I don't need you walking by my front porch throwing a goddamn tomato at me. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. I really do. And to the women out there God bless you. The ones that even aren't mothers, God bless you. Because women are the backbone of this earth. That's the truth. I don't give a damn if you're a senator or a president or just a waitress. You're a working class of people. And men that do take care of their children, that try to show the decency without getting on here cussing women out and acting a fool. I thank you for that. But as I said before, hell, a lot of you people on here will not even be able to reach my age to get up here and talk like I do or to say the things that I say. And when you don't, it hurts. It hurts because you're young. You're younger than I am. And when I did that thing, the big man, I meant it. I meant it. I hate seeing young people leave this earth and I'm still here left behind because they haven't had a chance to do the things that they might have wanted to do. So I apologize for jumping the gun. And instead of listening and waiting, I had to say my piece that day. And if I was wrong, I was wrong. But that doesn't stop me from feeling the way I do about people when they touch me. So with that being said, thank you all. I'm finna get off of here. I'm gonna go find some music for the ladies for Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll post it up when I'm gonna do my music. And it's for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is supposed to be love. Right now, there was too much hatred. There was too much hatred. I hope at least by Saturday that all the love will be out there and people will realize that it's only YouTube, people. It's only YouTube. With that being said, love you as Jesus loves us, and God bless you. Good night, all.